They feel you, but they can't reach you. You're present, but not available. You're listening, but not absorbing. And that distance makes them recalibrate. Most people show up already open, already accessible, already emotionally exposed. But when your energy says, "I'm here, but you don't have access to me yet," the power shifts. Now they have to earn your attention, your emotion, your response. You're no longer reacting. You're filtering. You're choosing. That's emotional sovereignty. You don't withdraw. You don't disconnect. You just refuse to be pulled. In this video, you'll learn how to be fully present, calm, still, grounded, without giving your emotional center away. Because the more sovereign your energy becomes, the more they adjust just to stay near it. We're told to be open, to feel more, to respond quickly, to be available. But availability without boundaries is not connection. It's exposure. When you're always ready to engage, ready to empathize, ready to absorb, you lose position. Now, they control. When you feel, how fast you respond. You're not grounded. You're reactive. You're not present. You're available. And available is easily manipulated. Presence is powerful, but presence without protection is weakness. You can be fully here and still untouchable. You can feel everything, but choose what gets through your filter. That's not coldness, that's sovereignty. Because the moment you let someone else regulate your emotion, you've lost the frame, not verbally, energetically, and once they can pull you emotionally, they own the interaction. Emotions are contagious. That's biology. That's survival. But if you catch everything, you lose yourself. POD, attachment reflex. Most people are trained to emotionally sync with others. They smile. You smile. They escalate. You mirror it. They break. You break with them. It looks like empathy, but it's often emotional surrender. You've stopped choosing how you feel. You're just reacting. Emotional containment. Sovereignty means you hold your emotional state without spilling it, without leaking it, without letting it be hijacked. You can witness pain without absorbing it. You can stay calm while others spiral. And that control makes you the emotional reference point in the room, in available presence. You're here, you're listening, but they can't move you unless you decide to be moved. That tension creates weight. You're not cold, you're controlled. You're not distant, you're centered. Emotional sovereignty isn't disconnection. It's discipline. It's choosing what you give access to, and when, and why. Because the moment you become emotionally available to everyone, you become emotionally owned by anyone. 3. Without being emotionally available, you don't need to shut down to protect your energy. You just need to stop giving it away on demand. Here's how to be fully present, but never accessible by default. Technique 1. Listen without absorbing. You hear them. You understand, but you don't take it on. You don't carry their pain. You don't mirror their chaos. You hold space without losing yours. That's presence without access. Don't react immediately. They provoke, pressure, pull for a response. You pause, stay still, breathe once. Now they're no longer in control of your emotion. You are. Avem. Technique 3. Replace comfort with clarity. You don't rush to soothe. You don't fill silence with, "It's okay." You let discomfort sit. And if you speak, You say only what's true. I hear you. That's a lot to carry. Then silence. You offer grounding, not rescue. Technique 4. Keep 30% of yourself inward. You don't explain everything. You don't share everything. You let them feel your presence without having access to your internal state. The less you offer, the more they value what's visible. Technique 5. Hold your emotional center, no matter their state. They escalate. You don't. They seek connection. You offer alignment without emotional exposure. You stay rooted, not distant, just self-contained, and they feel it. This is sovereignty, not silence, not coldness, just calm access control. They don't get in unless you open the door, and even then, only on your terms. Sovereignty is subtle, but once you break it, you give everything away. Here are the mistakes that quietly leak your power without anyone needing to take it from you. Mistake 1. Matching emotions too quickly. They're excited. You match it. They're upset. You soften. They're intense. You react. Now you've lost center. Your emotional state is no longer yours. Mistake 2. Over-explaining your feelings. You feel something shift and rush to narrate it, to make it safe, understandable, acceptable. But emotional sovereignty doesn't explain. It observes. It owns, without seeking permission. Mistake 3. Offering reassurance too early. Someone's uncomfortable, so you patch it, soothe it, rescue them. But every time you rush to ease tension, you send the message, I'll carry your emotional burden for you, and they'll let you. Now you're exposed. They're protected. The roles are reversed. To mistake 4. Sharing to be liked. You reveal more than you need to, so they feel closer, so they feel safe. But what you gave away was your emotional boundary. And now you're accessible, predictable, controllable. True sovereignty isn't about being closed. It's about knowing what not to open and why. Because once they can access your emotional core without earning it, you're no longer holding the frame. They are. You don't have to disconnect to protect your power. You just have to stop letting people walk through your emotional door without knocking. Here's how that looks in real life. Example 1. The emotional dump. They come in hot. Stress, drama, tears, rage. You don't absorb it. You don't rush to fix it. You let them speak. You breathe. Then you say, that's a lot to carry, and stay silent. You didn't solve anything, but you didn't lose yourself either. Example 2. The manipulative pull. They say, I just feel like you don't care, hoping you'll chase. Explain. Soften. You stay steady. Look at them. Say, I'm listening. Beat. Nothing more. Now the weight stays on them, and your frame doesn't move. Example 3. The intimacy trap. They overshare quickly, looking for emotional fusion. They want you to match it fast. You respond with warmth, but with limits. Thanks for trusting me with that. Then change subject. You're present, but not available on command. Example 4. The feedback hook. They say, be honest, what do you really think of me? You don't take the bait. You don't open your center. You pose, smile, then say, I think people show more when they stop asking for opinions. Beat. And now, they're exposed. You're still centered. You don't pull away. You just stop being pulled. And once people feel they can't reach your emotional center, they rise, just to try and meet it. You don't need to be cold to stay in control. You don't need to disappear to stay untouchable. You just need to stop giving people access to parts of you they haven't earned. Emotional sovereignty is silent power. You're there, but you're not reactive. You're present, but not possessed. You're grounded, but not open on demand. And because they can't move you, they start moving around you. This isn't emotional distance, it's emotional depth. It's the kind of presence that calms the room without being absorbed by it. And once you hold that line, you become the one people adjust to. In the next video, we explore the physical side of this power. Strategic distance. Build power through space. Because once your energy is sovereign, your physical distance becomes a weapon. You don't just protect your space, you shape theirs.